What's up, YouTube? For today's video, with a full Legendary Beast Paradox team. 7 years ago, I did the Legendary Beast team, and now we've got 3 new Paradox forms, so I thought I'd do a brand new team with the Walking Wake, Raging Bolt, and Gouging Fire. So I've got 4 battles today with this team. I used some all unique movesets with these Pokemon. I had some really good battles too. I'm also feeling a lot better to people, so we're back with the theme teams and stuff, and lots of content coming your way. I may have a couple of moveset guides on some of the newer Pokemon coming up tonight too. Alright, first battle here. This is on the Wycombe, and we have lots of different battle backgrounds. Now they've finally changed them and allowed them for like all the battle modes, so you'll be seeing not just the boring schoolyard one, which is really cool. Alright, we got an Arceus lead. It's going to trick me. A Choice Scarf. So this is a physical Raikou, only on PIMPNITE channel. So we got a Iron Head, Crunch, Terra Blast, and Supercell Slam. Now Supercell Slam is a new electric move, and it acts like Jump Kick. Basically it's Jump Kick but electric. Also, to answer that question, I will be doing a video on all the brand new moves of this DLC, so that'll be coming up this week as well. So I'll do a video on every single new move there. So that's the end of Arceus. Next Pokemon's Magearna. I'm going to go for a Supercell Slam again, and I got some pretty good damage there. Magearna's going to finish you off with a Dazzling Gleam. That Raikou was a Max Attack and Max Speed set, EVs, and Adam Nature. Inner Focus as the ability, and Wide Lens as the item, so I didn't miss my main electric attacking move there. Next Pokemon's going to be Entei. So we've got a special Entei here. We've got Solar Beam, Fire Blast, Scorching Sands, and Sunny Days. So Scorching Sands, good to see that move again. So Magearna's going to swap out here, and they're going to be swapping in to the Kyogre. So this Pokemon was pretty scary, to say the least. So the rain is pouring, and hopefully Kyogre soon will be snoring. People, if you want to support the channel and the videos, make sure you drop a like on this video there, and tell me what you think of the new Paradox Pokemon. Raging Bolt, Gouging Fire, Walking Wake. What do you think about them? Let me know in the comment section. Do you like them? Do you not like them? Tell me all your thoughts. I'd like to know. Possibly my favorite one there is probably Raging Bolt, because it just looks so ridiculous. Anyway, so I've got the sun up. The sun's out, the guns are out, and I'm going to be going for the Solar Beam. So this is a Water Spout Liquidation Kyogre set, so it had another water move there. So that's the end of my Entei. Pretty good performance, though. Next Pokemon we got is Gouging Fire. This is the same set I use for my Gouging Fire sweep. So I've got Burning Bulwark, Dragon Claw, Dragon Dance, and Temper Flare. So Temper Flare is a fire version of Stomping Tantrum, and Burning Bulwark is like Baneful Bunker, but instead of poisoning you, it burns you. So this Kyogre is going to have Origin Pulse. Wait a second, that a Water Pulse, Liquidation, and Origin Pulse. Things are getting very juicy down there. So that's the end of Kyogre. Next Pokemon is going to be Groudon. So there's a Groudon and a Kyogre. So we're going to go for Temper Flare here. That does really good damage to Groudon. I'm really happy with that. And it's going to be able to fight me here with a Earthquake. The EVs for that were Max Attack and Max Speed, Jolly Nature. So that's the end of that. I've still got 3 more Pokemon left, so it's all good. Gouging Fire, is a pretty decent Pokemon for sure. Next Pokemon's Walking Wake. So with these sets, I sort of did like a mix of meme sets and a little bit more competitive sets, just to sort of balance the team out, because I was, if you've battled right now, as soon as the Indigo disc has come out, there is legendaries everywhere and stuff like that. You're a very powerful Pokemon. So we've got that swapping out, the Groudon, and in comes Magearna. So I'm going to go for a Hydro Steam here. That's going to be powered up by the sun, and that's going to drop Magearna in one shot. That's the Pokeball Magearna too. I actually don't mind this beach background. It's well, anything's better than the schoolyard one, right? So out comes Giratina. Hopefully I'm going to be a Giratina winner. I got some good Dragon Pulse damage there, and then I got hit by a Dragon Pulse and managed to live, which is pretty cool. I'm going to go for a Snarl there. That's going to take out the Giratina. Plus, it's also going to raise my special attack by 1 stage. So I got the Throat Spray as the item. So we had on that one Max Speed, Max Special Attack, Timid Nature. So next Pokemon is going to be Calyrex Ice Rider. I knew that Groudon wouldn't obviously come in. I can go for Flamethrower here. Flamethrower does very good damage, but it does not faint it. However, I do get a burn, which is pretty cool. So Calyrex Ice Rider is going to go for Glacial Lance here. Obviously, my Walking Weight is only on like a tiny little bit of health, so that is going to be enough to stay. Also, critical hit, so that's going to be enough to take it out. We got 2 more Pokemon left on my team, so The next one I was thinking I could bring in my Raging Bolt here, you know, so we're going to slide in for that. I don't know whether I can beat Groudon though. That's a little bit of a mystery there. So I'm going to swap this in. This is max speed, max special attack, and I've got Thunderclap, Ancient Power, Calm Mind, and Dragon Pulse, Terra Electric. Thunderclap is basically an electric version of Sucker Punch, but it's special. And I'm going to be going first there, taking out the Calyrex Ice Rider, and we have a Rage Quit right at the end of the battle. Like, they would have swapped their Groudon in, but I still had another Pokemon to, you know, easily take that one out. So, a little bit of salt there to start off this video. Let's get on to the second battle. This one is against Wolf, and now we're battling in like the main square area. So at least now there's some actual variety to the backgrounds, because that used to really annoy me with, like, you know, just that one background. So we're going to Cleaver lead here. I've got Scorching Sands, but I don't know how much you're really going to be able to do here. So I went for a burn, and I actually got one, which is pretty cool. So Cleaver is going to be Burn. Now, this is actually a pretty cool team too. The opponent actually had like a mono team going here, which is really cool. So they're going to set up the Stealth Rocks. Not much I could have done about that. And I can just go for a Fire Blast or swap it into another Pokemon. I don't really want to swap into any other Pokemon. I'm sort of happy to let my Entei go. Sometimes you got to let it go, people. And it's going to take me out with a Stone Mist there. So that's the end of the Entei. I also missed a Fire Blast, so I was a little bit salty. But, you know, I got the burn on. So I was pretty happy. So next Pokemon's going to be Suicune. It's a physical set. It's a PIMPNITE specialist. So we've got Waterfall, Extreme Speed, Ice Fang, and Terra Blast Ground. And I've got Inner Focus as the ability. This physical Suicune actually took a lot of people off guard. And it spread a little bit of salt too with those Waterfall flinches. You know, finishing Pokemon off with Extreme Speed. It was really, really good. I actually got quite a few Rage Quits with it. So that's the end of our Cleaver. Next Pokemon is going to be Probopass. I'm going to go for that Waterfall there. Good damage to Probopass. And I'm also going to get a flinch, which is really cool. Now, the Probopass has also got a Leftovers as the item here too. But as you can see, you know, I'm easily going to be able to take that one out in 2 hits. So you can see what sort of, you know, theme team they're going for. I don't know if it's a theme team, but it's definitely a mono team. It was like a rock team. So next Pokemon is going to be Arcanine. Now, I had a feeling that absolutely Terra here. I just really wasn't 100% sure what they'd Terra into, because there were a couple of options. In the end, they decided to go for a Terra Normal, which tells me straight away that they've got that extreme speed. Basically, Wish Arceus, right? So we got that Terra Normal. Here comes a Head Smash here on Suicune. I just lived that. Only just. I went for Waterfall and got alright damage. I'm pretty happy with that. I went for Extreme Speed this turn. However, Arcanine's going to outspeed me and finish off with its own Extreme Speed. So that's going to be the end of the Suicune. No matter though, it's all good. Now we're going to go into Gouging Fire. I thought this would be pretty funny. I wonder if I can get this Arcanine to burn itself. So I'm thinking if I go for my Burning Ball, like if I go for that and then it hits me with a contact, if you get hit by a contact move using this, it'll burn the opponent, and since the opponent is now a normal type, it'll burn them. So that'll be a pretty cool idea. So I'm protecting myself here. Here comes the Head Smash. I'm like, yep, that's perfect. So now that's gonna burn itself, which is very, very good. I don't know whether I was gonna outspeed it or not, or whether it go for Extreme Speed or whatever like that. I thought, you know, I had nothing to lose there, so I may as well try and do that move. So I went for the Dragon Claw. That's enough to take out the Arcanine anyway, so that's good. Item was a boost to energy, which increases attack like even more. So that's the end of that. Next Pokemon is going to be Rhyperior. So Rhyperior is now back in the game, you know, as well as multiple other Pokemon. I went for Dragon Claw. It did absolutely donkeys, which I kind of expected anyway. So Rhyperior is going to throw up a Sword Dance, and also, what is this, a full Leftovers team? It's a full, okay guys, it's a full Rock and Leftovers team. So I'm going for a couple of Dragon Claws here. Obviously, I'm going to faint to an Earthquake, but that was pretty good. Now Rhyperior is has a manageable amount of health to faint it, even though, you know, it's got it's still got a little bit of health there. But if I hit it with a special move, I should be good to go. So we're going to go into Raging Bolt here. Now, Raging Bolt can go for a Dragon Pulse and take it out. I've done a Raging Bolt sweep as well. If you haven't seen it, it's on my channel already. Make sure you check it out. I'd say tonight too, I'll probably do like some moves. I know people like those moveset guides. Some of you like them. So I'm going to do that on Gouging Fire, and I'll also do that on Raging Bolt. Should be doing those ones tonight, so it should be up a little bit later. Anyway, that's the end of Rhyperior. Next Pokemon is going to be Avalok Hisselwain, and we're going to go for an Ancient Power here. I know it's going to be super effective. it has got the sturdy ability. So it's able to live that attack, and now it's going to go for a Mountain Gale, and that's going to do a lot of damage, almost taking Raging Bolt out. This Pokemon also has leftovers too, so out of leftover recovery, I just went for a Thunderclap, clap them, then Rocky Cheeks, and that is the, ooh, imagine clapping those cheeks, they'd be pretty tough. Last Pokemon is Bastiodon, right? So Bastiodon is going to get hit by Thunderclap, that doesn't do a lot of damage, and it's going to finish me off with the Metal Burst, so that's the end of Raging Bolt. Now, I've got 2 Pokemon left. I've got Walking Wake, which would be pretty good against this team. I didn't want to use Walking Wake early on, just in case it got fainted early, and that was a nice counter fainters. So I decided to leave in the back with Raikou. So I've got Terra Water on this set, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to go Terra Water on Bastiodon. I don't know whether it might have a ground type move like Earthquake, but I'm not 100% sure. Or they may be opting to go for Metal Burst, so I decided to go for Terra Water on the Entei, which is isn't too bad. You can get some good damage on rock and ground type. So I'm gonna go for the Terra Blast here on the Bastiodon with the physical set. It does absolutely donkeys. I was like, oh, what is this? So Bastiodon's gonna go for a Rock Slide. It does donkeys as well. I'm for the Supercell Slam here. Now this is pretty funny because Bastiodon went Protect. So that means my Supercell Slam is going to miss, and I'm also going to take recall damage on that. So it's like missing that jump kick. So I was like, okay, fair enough. And then they use it again. I'm like, oh, use it again. So my Raikou is now going to fade to a double Scumbag Protect. So like, it doesn't matter. I've still got my my Walking Wake in the back anyway. I could take that out with a Water Gun, but it was pretty funny they rolled both those Protects in a row there against my Raikou. I was actually laughing. That was pretty funny. So we're going to swap in Walking Meme here, can take a little bit of Stealth Rock damage, and we're going to finish that off with a nice, juicy Hydro Water Gun. So that's the end of the Bastiodon there. And I mean, if I attacked that Bastiodon at full health, it would have fainted me with it would have had Sturdy and Metal Burst. That could have taken out too. But interesting team there. Let's get on to battle number 3. This is the battle against Ken. I don't know if we got some sort of theme team here. I've got no idea, but all these battles were done randomly on the YCOM. So if you were one of these opponents, let me know in the comment section. I always like to know if I battled someone, and maybe I have come across you, but you before and things like that. So I'm going to hit by a Psychic now, and I went for an Iron Head. I don't think they expected an Iron Head for at least a physical Raikou. And now we got a Terra, which is very, very early Terra, and it's going to be Terra Fire, which is pretty good Terra on the Hatterene here. So Iron Head's going to do nothing. I was hoping that maybe I could get a flinch there and finish it off, but I didn't get that, and it's going to be setting up Trick Room. So I'm like, okay, that's not too good because looking at most of my team, they're all pretty fast Pokemon. So I'm going to leave my Raikou maybe for a little bit later and go into Suicune, because I feel like Suicune should be able to leave these attacks with the Assault Bear. So here comes a Dazzling Gleam. That does donkeys. I can go for a Waterfall and finish this off. I haven't revealed that I'm a physical set until now either. So here comes the Psychic on my Suicune. Suicune took those attacks very, very well. And that's going to be the end of the Hatterene, which is good. So, yeah, that's no more Trick Rooms or anything like that. My Suicune is, like, pretty much every Pokemon my team is max speed, right? So next Pokemon is Lala Tefar. I'm not sure what that means. So anyway, here comes a Moonblast. I lived that due to my bulky attack. Bulky special attack. It's really special defense. Man, I'm getting my stats mixed up. And then I buried that Primarina with a Sheer Cold, which is awesome. Also, now you can do, if you notice, you can do different ball throws now. If you notice, like how the trainers can throw the ball and throw the ball out differently. There's all little, like, I don't know what you call them, poses or whatever like that. I might have to explore some of them, but you can do like all different kinds of stuff. So that's the end of Suicune. We're going to go into Gouging 5. We've got this Como here. This thing is going to be pretty threatening. So I got my attack boost, which is going to be good. I can go for just Dragon Claw here and fake that. How it's going to go for Claim Skull, and that's going to drop me there. So this has a good defensive stat, but not so good on the special side. So that's the end of Gouging Fire. Next Pokemon is Walking Wake. I have to take out this Como like right now. I've got Dragon's Pulse. I got Terra Water too. So I didn't want to go for Terra Water just yet. So I decided to go for Dragon Pulse, and that's going to be enough to take out the Como there. I think Suicune is like a skeleton or bones or something like that. Next Pokemon is going to be... Oh, we got our starter Pokemon. It's going to go for a Play Rough. That does pretty good damage. And that one was actually a... that was actually an Overgrow Meowscarada. It wasn't a... It wasn't protein or anything like that, which is interesting. So that's the end of that. It's going to faint. Next Pokemon is going to be Sneasler. This thing caused me a lot of problems. So I went for Hydro Steam. It lived it pretty well. And now Sneasler's going to go for a Dire Claw. Obviously, I'm going to die here because I didn't have a lot of health left. So that's the end of Walking Wake. Now, I've got 3 more Pokemon left. I'm going into Raikou. Now, since I was running a physical set, Adamant Nature, it just wasn't enough speed to take it out. So I'm like, oh, okay. So we're going to go into Entei now. Now, Entei's got reasonable defense. I'm thinking I'm probably definitely going to get outspeed here, but I've got Scorching Sands, which is 4 times super effective, so that's going to be very, very good. So here comes a close combat. That does a lot of damage, almost takes out my Entei pretty close, and I can go for Scorching Sands here and take out that Sneasler, which is going to be very, very good. I took out quite a few Pokemon. So we're down to 1 more Pokemon. I've got my Entei, and I've got like 1 more there. So last Pokemon is going to be the Iron Valiant. Now, Iron Valiant's going to obviously outspeed me and finish me off with a Psycho Cut. So that's the end of Entei. My last Pokemon is Raging Bolt. Also, that's got a Life Orb on top of it too. So Raging Bolt does have Terra Electric, and it's also got Thunderclap, which will go first. So I was thinking about this for a little bit. Should I go for Thunderclap here, or just go for maybe Calm Mind and then Thunderclap? I wasn't sure, because if I gave it away, I didn't really have a lot of moves to, you know, hit the Iron Valiant with. So in the end, I decided to go for the Terra Electric and the Thunderclap. I thought with that damage and then Life Orb, if it does maybe just narrow lift, it should faint itself. So we're going to go for that. Got that big old light bulb. Going for that Thunderclap here. Going to clap some Iron Valiant cheeks. And that hits very hard, taking out the Iron Valiant. And that is the end of the 3rd battle. Hope you people enjoyed this. Wait, we got 1 more battle, don't we? We got 1 more battle. I was thinking we got 3. So we got 1 more battle here. This is the 4th battle. Not really sure if my opponent's name is. If anyone wants to translate that, they can. And we've got a Darkrai lead here. So I've got my Raikou. So Raikou should be able to take this out in 2 shots. And we're going to go for that Supercell Slam. Good damage on Raikou. On the Darkrai. Darkrai's going to go for a Dank Pulse there. Raikou's got pretty good special defense there, so it's able to live that reasonably well. Next Pokemon, we've got a Naughty Hackmon here. This actually caused me a lot of problems. So there's nothing I can really do to Iron Hands at all. So I'm going to swap out and go into Gouging Fire. Now, Iron Hands actually sort of caused a lot of issues here, because it had a good move that hit a lot of my team, which was Earthquakes. You know, that was super effective. It's Gouging Fire, Raging Bolt, Entei, Raikou, like 4 of my Pokemon, right? So I'm going to go, I get a crit there with my attack, and we're like, wow, this thing is super bulky, obviously, and it's going to take me out with another Earthquake. So that's the end of the Gouging Fire. So I thought, all right, we'll go into Suicune. I might be able to get some flinches here, or a Sheer Cold. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to risk a Sheer Cold. Sheer Cold, unfortunately, is going to miss, and it's got Wild Charge. So I was like, all right, well, the worst thing that could happen there is it got some recall damage, which wasn't too bad. So I'm going to go for the Waterfall. It does donkeys as expected, and I didn't get a flinch, which is unfortunate. So I guess if I went for Waterfall the first time and it landed, then I would have taken up. But, you know, I easily could have landed that Sheer Cold and maybe taken out the Iron Hand. So it is what it is. Next Pokemon's going to be Raikou. I'm going to disrespect them here and go for a Supercell Slam and take that out. So that's good. So that little Hackmon could go in the bin. I wonder if that critical hit actually mattered then. Seriously, that's a bulky Pokemon. Next Pokemon to come out here is going to be Dialga Origin Form. And I have nothing to use against this. So I went for Crunch. It didn't really pack a punch, and it's going to go for Earthbound. I'm like, oh, great, this is bad. You know, another ground move, you know. This team did struggle a lot against ground moves. So we're going to go into Entei now. I was thinking maybe I could go for, like, I don't know, like Sunny Day and Fire Blast or something later. I've got Scorching Sands. That might be handy if I can get a burn. So I ended up going for the Scorching Sands. Dialga's going to swap out, and in comes Palkia Origin. I'm like, oh, no, this is very bad. So Scorching Sands is going to virtually do donkeys there. So I went for a Sunny Day, because I'm expecting a water-type move for sure with this thing. So I got the Sun up. Here comes a Hydro Pup. This does a lot of damage, almost taking him out. Like, if I didn't have that Sun up, I was definitely gone in one shot. So I'm going to go for a Solar Beam here. It's pretty much the best play I can do just for damage-wise here. It really doesn't do a lot. Like, Dialga and Palkia Origin are very, very bulky. That was a pretty confident play going for Hydro Pump there, but, you know, it took out my Entei with a crit. Whoa, that would have taken him out in full health. So things are looking dicey, people. So we're gonna go into Walking Wake here. I gotta come back into this battle, people. I've only taken it's it's like 2-4 right now. So I'm gonna go for that Dragon Pulse and take out the Palkia, which is good. Can't even see Palkia's head. It's like tall and stuff. So that's the end of that. So now comes the Sylveon. I was like, well, I absolutely have to go for a Terra here. At least change myself into a water type. Now, will Hydro Steam take out the Sylveon? I don't know about that. I think it's going to live. So what I want to do here is I'm going to go for Terra Water and then I'll go for Snarl. So that'll increase my special attack and drop the Sylveon's special attack as well. So I'll be able to hit harder next turn and then not take as much damage. So, you know, that was the plan anyway. I guess I took a bit of a risk there by going for Snarl because it might have missed. So the Moonblast isn't going to do too much. I've got Hydro Stream plus... we've got that +1 there. Sorry, +1. And the boost from Hydro Steam. And yeah, Sylveon is not going to be living that, which is very, very good. So we've got 2 more Pokemon left. I'm coming in clutch. Next is going to be Miraidon. Miraidon, any electric move is going to be very, very problematic here. I outsped and went for Dragon Pulse, which is very, very good. So I took out that Miraidon, which is nice there. I guess I got a speed boost from the ability to outspeed it. The last Pokemon here is going to be Dialga Origin, and in fact, I actually went Terra Dragon here. I ended up going for Dragon Pulse anyway because it was neutral. With the typing and stuff like that. So that's going to make it super effective. I outsped it, and that took it out in one shot, which is excellent. So that is pretty much the end of all 4 battles, people. I hope you enjoyed the brand new Legendary Beast with the Paradox Pokemon team. If you did, make sure you drop a like there. And I think I might be back with the future ones tomorrow. Peace out.